Steph Curry was running the best half-court offense in the history of basketball, couldn't score in the last 4.5 minutes in a Game 7 at home. In a 73-win team and lost the finals. That's not Damian Lillard to me, Stephen A. Damian Lillard was born with the clutch gene, and he's 2 years younger and still getting better.
Stephen Curry missed a year of basketball, and some NBA fans have already started to forget just how good of a basketball player this guy really is. What's going on, everybody? Ray Talks Hoop here. Today we're going to talk about Stephen Curry's plan to get the Golden State Warriors back to the top of the NBA. We all know that Stephen Curry missed a significant amount of time on the court due to an injury he had last year. Now, in the year that Stephen Curry missed, he definitely heard all the naysayers say that Stephen Curry was no longer going to be the same once he returned. And how do I know this? Well, he basically said so in a quote after the 62-point game. Listen to what Steph Curry had to say. You know the Jordan meme, right? I take all that personally. And if I'm being honest with you guys, it really took me by surprise that Stephen Curry actually cares about what the haters have to say. This guy probably has somewhere near $100 million in net worth. He has a wife, he has children. He's a multiple-time MVP, one-time unanimous, first player unanimous in the history of the NBA, multiple-time champion, considered to be the greatest shooter in the history of the sport. So yeah, it did take me by surprise to hear that he actually cared about what all the haters had to say. But at the same time, Steph Curry is only a human being, so it really is human nature to listen to what all these critics are saying about you. Now, Steph Curry definitely must have talked about this with his dad and his brother Seth. And we know that because after the game, Seth Curry tweeted out a laughing emoji, basically just laughing at everyone who doubted his brother. And we even saw a couple of NBA players show respect to Stephen Curry on social media after dropping his career high last night. But what stood out to me the most was Damian Lillard showing Stephen Curry respect after Stephen Curry dropped those 62 points on the Trailblazers. This all just shows phenomenal sportsmanship, and as NBA fans, that's really the least we can ask for. So with all of that being said, how does Stephen Curry plan to get the Golden State Warriors back to the top of the NBA? So there's really three main factors on how the Golden State Warriors will get back to the top of the league in the next couple of years. The first and most obvious factor is, of course, Stephen Curry. Last night's game showed us that he is still the Stephen Curry that we all know. For those of you who didn't watch the game, these weren't just cherry-picked layups like LaMelo Ball back in high school. And those of you who know anything about Steph Curry know that his game isn't about cherry-picking anyway. He was taking these long threes, he was coming off screens, he was doing absolutely everything that he normally does to get the ball in the hole. So the good news for Golden State Warrior fans is that Stephen Curry is still that same guy, he is still that same player, and he does not look like he lost a single step. Now moving on to the second factor, which in fact I actually made a video about this back when I only had 10 or 12 subscribers. And that factor is James Wiseman. Back when I made that video, I said that I believed that the Warriors were missing a solid big man as their missing piece to their system. And in that video, I also said that whatever pick the Golden State Warriors get in the NBA draft, if James Wiseman is still on the board, they absolutely need to take him. Now, in hindsight, it looks like the Golden State Warriors were thinking the exact same thing that I was thinking. For those of you who may be unfamiliar with James Wiseman, he is basically a center that can move like a guard and can shoot the ball very well. He can defend the paint very well, he can grab rebounds, he can block shots, he can play on the perimeter, he runs the break like a guard, he can pass better than your average big man rookie, he can shoot free throws, and if you're one of the people who doesn't really believe in his shot, well, if only he was playing alongside two of the best shooters in the history of the game. I'm sure he can pick up a thing or two about shooting from one of those guys. And then the third reason why I think the Golden State Warriors are going to win a championship in the next couple of years has to do with the return of Klay Thompson. A lot of the people who were doubting Stephen Curry are also doubting Klay Thompson. And after seeing how Stephen Curry came back, it's pretty stupid to doubt Klay. After all, these guys have the same medical trainers with the Golden State Warriors facility. I'm sure they have their own individual trainers as well, but I can guarantee you that for all the money the Golden State Warriors are paying these guys have the top of the line medical professionals. And let's say worst case scenario, when Klay Thompson gets back, it's pretty obvious that he has lost a step, which I don't really see that happening, but let's just say for the sake of argument, that is the worst case scenario. Klay Thompson's game is not based around his speed speed or his agility. Klay Thompson is not a prime Derrick Rose who always drives to the basket. He is not a John Wall or a Russell Westbrook type of player either. This guy is one of the smartest basketball players in the entire NBA. He knows how to read the screens, he knows how to come off pick and rolls, and he knows where to go to get his shot. So if worst case scenario, Klay Thompson looks a little bit slower than he did before the injuries, then yeah, that is very unfortunate, of course, but that's not really going to have that much of a negative effect on the Golden State Warriors at all. So judging by the way that Stephen Curry played last night, I am also expecting Klay Thompson to have a phenomenal return once he is able to step back on the NBA basketball court. Those are the reasons why I think the Warriors are going to be a very good team sometime within the next 3 years. Please give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm if you watched it all the way through. If you want daily NBA content, hit that subscribe button as well. I'm working pretty hard to get all these videos out as often as I do, so if you appreciate that, just hit subscribe. Comment your thoughts down below. I want to know what you think, whether you agree or you disagree with me. That's fine. Let me know down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. I am out of here.